As a therapist and also a life coach and also a person myself, throughout these years of my life, I've tried to figure out some of the habits of healthy people. And I've also tried to figure out what is something that's a common denominator with these healthy people versus people that tend to live in what I consider a toxic environment or have a toxic life. And so today I want to talk about those 5 habits of healthy people. I've done a lot of research, and these are very interesting habits because they can really transform your life right now to make it even better than it already is. Number 1, choose to hang out with people that bring you up instead of bring you down. Healthy people realize they have a choice of who to actually spend their time with. It's easy when we're mindful and selfless to know who is healthy and who not to hang out with. When you choose the healthy ones, we feel as though there's a weight lifted off of our shoulders. Some people may say it's tough to switch friends because we've known them for so long and they've been in our life, but our health and our life depend on it. I've done it. I've switched friends. And a lot of times we don't realize how when we hang out with the wrong people, toxic type people, it ends up affecting our life in a negative way. And it takes from our quality of life. And that's why people say that our environment actually impacts us. And by the way, don't forget, friendship is a two-way street. You've got to positively reciprocate. And when I mean positively reciprocate, I mean being there for your friends, being a true friend, being honest, being compassionate, not just being there when everything's working out, but also being through the tough times. Because that's what you want in a friendship. So don't you need to give that to receive? Number 2, no longer harbor ill will toward others. Did someone do you wrong? What about disrespect you? Are you still holding on to your anger and resentment about what they did? You know, healthy people know that anger is a robbing emotion. It steals from us. It robs our happiness. It takes away from our gratitude, our enjoyment of life, and our clarity. You can't be clear-headed when you're angry. Anger never leads to success. And healthy people realize that you have to forgive others and move on. Number 3, trying to impress people is pointless. When we find ourselves trying to impress people, we are usually feeling that we're lesser than them. We are wanting to fit in, we're wanting to be liked, and we see those people at a higher level than we are. Healthy people know that when we find ourselves in this situation, we're honestly working from a deficit. We are not powerful, and guess what? When we feel that we don't have power, other people sense it as well. When we feel like we need to impress people, we need to step back and ask ourselves, why are we feeling this way? Do we have a low self-esteem? Is it just in this particular situation? Remember that some people will accept you and others won't. So don't waste your time with the people that aren't going to accept you and the ones that you feel like you have to impress. And number 4, being honest is easier. Healthy people know that being honest is the best way because it's easier. Lying, being covert, and covering up things only tears us apart. We often forget our own lies, and often eventually, we get caught. And when someone catches us in a lie, it's really hard to regain their trust. Number 5, ask yourself, will this matter in 1 month? The next time you find yourself in an argument or a heated discussion with others, ask yourself, will this actually matter in 1 month's time? You know, healthy people know that this too shall pass. So what's the point of getting angry and upset over something that's just going to blow over eventually? When we ask ourselves this question, this allows us to easily take the higher ground. And the higher ground means not getting into the argument, not fighting, not storming off, and not saying the things that we'll regret later on that we can't take back. So when we actually ask ourselves, 1 month, will this matter? In that argument, we're able to be kind, walk away if we have to, not argue, not fight, and naturally take the high ground. And what happens when we naturally take the high ground doing the right thing? We feel no regret at all about losing our cool in the moment. I have implemented these 5 in my life, and it has completely changed my life for the better. They're easy to implement, and they're kind of common sense, but oftentimes we overthink things in our life because we're in the middle of it. It's hard to see the forest through the trees. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, please. Also, in the comment section below, let me know what you think about these 5 tips and if they work in your life, but also let me know some of the things that you do that I didn't feature on this video, because I always like to be educated and know what my viewers and my subscribers use in their daily life to live their true life.